But you know what? I haven't seen Dean Ambrose this motivated since before Brock Lesnar. So if it takes him, if it takes being friends with Roman and Seth again to get Dean Ambrose, to get the Dean Ambrose I want to see back, that's fine. I don't care. And you know what? When Roman Reigns is with the Shield, I don't hate him as much.
Until that one moment when we find out he actually turns on the Shield's like, you guys, I'm gone for a month and you guys continuously replace me with people? What the hell, man? That's just not cool. So I'm going to spear you. I'm going to Superman punch you. I already have the crowd hating me for reasons is beyond me. So I'm just going to give them reasons to hate me.
Which would be what normal people do. Which would be what normal writers do. But this is the WWE we're talking about.
Hell.
So, hello, Dean Ambrose heel turn.
Hell, they had Triple H. You weren't here when we talked about this last
but I know about it.
Triple H,
the dude.
Joining the Shield.
What
logic, storyline-wise, is that? I understand.
That's why it's a house show. Nobody cares.
No, yes, it's a house show. Nobody cares. But it's the fact that WWE posts it all over their social media to get it out. Oh yeah, guess what? Triple H was teaming with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose to be a part of the Shield for one night. Yes, the same Triple H that fought Seth Rollins at this past WrestleMania.
The same Triple H that fought Roman Reigns at the last WrestleMania. And the same Triple H that fought Dean Ambrose
at Roadblock.
Before that WrestleMania.
Ah, poor Dean. Where is the logic in this shit?
Well, there is logic to this shit, and I'll tell you exactly where it is. There's a little thing that exists that just goes under the name Rule of Cool, where it just doesn't have to make any sense with the current narrative that you're currently in. It just needs to be fun, and it just needs to be cool, and it just needs to work. And
bullshit!
How is it bullshit?
Just cause if they're gonna post it all over social media, they want people to know about it.
Yeah, of course they do.
But they want to keep their kayfabe with the storylines on their shows.
Well, there's a big difference between kayfabe and the narrative that they're pushing out.
And I feel like they're going to bring Triple H. I feel like they're bringing back Triple H as a face to face Kevin Owens, and you know when they turn people, all shit goes out the window. So all old grievances go out the window. So when he comes back as a face, that's what's gonna happen. Whether it's bullshit, whether it's weak or bullshit, it's how the WWE operates, and you know this.
I honestly feel like you guys are taking this a little bit too seriously for something that seems, at least to me, just to be a fun one-off for a live crowd, live event.
Oh, I'm pretty sure
something they can play around with, you know.
And if it was a one-off, but they did it twice.
and they did it this past week with Dean Ambrose trying to fill in who's the Roman Reigns, either Samoa Joe or let's see, who was it?
I think that was just fun because it was Finn Balor too.
Was it Finn Balor as well?
It was Samoa Joe and Finn Balor.
Cool.
That was fun.
They're playing around with the idea. It's not meant to be a serious thing canon right now.
And the fact that it's overseas, I don't think that anybody cares. It's just I agree with Jeff on that point. If they bring it on main TV and try to make it an actual part of a storyline, I'll be with you and be like, yeah, bullshit. But they did it with the Bar was a part of it. The Bar was a part of the beatdown of the New Day, as it was the Shield, the Bar, and Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. So it's like if
the only way I'll accept that, because at least that with Samoa Joe, the Bar, and Finn Balor, to continue the Raw versus SmackDown.
I'm almost certain that's what it was.
That's the only way I'm accepting it.
I'm almost sure that's what it was. So, as far I think that it's basically they're doing like a legend circle on the out Roman Reigns is back as of Monday, this coming Monday, so that's all done with. They were just letting local legends, or not local legends, they were just letting Kurt Angle and Triple H get a moment, get their cool moment, and then they're going away. Well, Kurt Angle's not going away, but Triple H is going away.
If the Raw team wins, that is.
Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, once they made that stipulation, okay, yeah, they stacked the SmackDown team hard, okay, but Raw has something that they don't.
Though, to be fair, they have a way to take Braun out of the match.
Kane. Yep.
Yep.
I know. But I think, but
Speaking of which, I did like that Kane Braun interaction on Raw.
Kane, Braun, Miz. Then it was the Miz Taraj. Then Raw had a bunch of good stuff mixed in with the normal Raw stuff.
The normal Raw shit.
If nothing
Guitar
else,
on a pole match.
we don't talk about that.
We don't. No, there's no.
Jason Jordan, you shit. That's it.
But in the meantime, one last thing I wanted to touch on a little bit before we move on is the surprise debut of Pete Dunne just showing up and beating down Enzo Amore.
That's just because the 205 Live roster wasn't on this tour. Not complaining, I'm just saying.
But you know what?
I'm not complaining.
The Bruiserweight proves himself, and then you get the tweet going after. Sometimes you just need to punch someone in the face.
I'll tell you what, I like Pete Dunne more and more every time I see him.
Mm-hmm. I do too.
Yeah. Like, I had no idea who this guy was before the UK tournament. I'll be completely honest. I didn't know who he was. I saw that he had a really good look. Like, he had that fuck you look down pat during the UK tournament. And it just got better and better as time goes on. So when he comes out in the UK and just punches Enzo Amore in the face, I'm like, there you go. That's the guy I want to see.
This may be just me, but for some reason, when I first saw Pete Dunne, I got a smaller Jack Swagger vibe off him, just looks wise.
I can kind of see that.
Except that it's Jack Swagger who just doesn't give any shits.
yeah. And
that's a Jack Swagger I care about.
Yeah, he
I don't
looks
care about Jack Swagger at all.
Finally, someone who looks the part of their nickname. Okay, he looks like a bruiserweight. He looks like a cruiserweight that could beat the shit out of you at any time. That's it.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes that's all you got to do to get a character over.
Yeah. Either way, it was a fun little thing. I'm sure it was fun for the UK crowd. Hey, good times all around.
And then they ruined it the next night by having Enzo Amore beat Tyler Bate.
I was even just about to say, I don't know how to feel about this. Should I be angry because Tyler Bate lost, or should I be happy because Enzo won?
Yeah.
I'm conflicted.
Well, speaking of the next week or next month, day, week, whatever it is.
Next night.
SmackDown Live. Let's talk about it.
All right, I'm just going to say it right now. SmackDown wins the week.
Yes.
It wins the week.
Without fail.
Okay, I guess that's one less segment we got to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it right. I'm just going to basically just say it right now.
All you need is the one match.
Oh.
And it won the match.
We'll get to that. That'll be the capstone. But for right now, let's get to the other highlights of the show. Not even though they may be eclipsed, but we got a little bit of a Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn happening.
The current situation with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
They, air quotes, went into business for themselves because they were like, fuck this beatdown we're supposed to be getting by the New Day. We're going.
I even hated the fact that yes, him and Sami Zayn and Kofi Kingston had a pretty decent match. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was good.
It was a perfectly good TV match.
I just don't, and the fact that it's the fact that Sami Zayn lost. I feel like this heel turn should have actually raised his stock a lot more to the point where he could just he should keep winning. Could it be by cheating? Sure, I kind of prefer not. At least not like to the extent of how he beat Randy Orton a couple weeks ago with the low blow. They already got the justice on that one. But the fact that he had to get low blow to lose his spot for Survivor Series. I feel like he really shouldn't be losing. Especially clean.
He shouldn't be losing. Kevin Owens shouldn't be losing. They're setting up this big storyline going throughout the rest of the winter into WrestleMania season for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens against the McMahon family. I feel like that's where it's headed. Okay, so and you're having them lose clean.
It's nothing.
I get how they were given air quotes impossible opponents to get on the SmackDown team. I'm like, okay, cool. I get that. So that's one way they can play it. We deserve to be on this team, and you're making us face Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, we shouldn't have to fight to get on this team. Okay, so it's like I see where that is going, but Kofi Kingston, I agree with Tarek on that one. That should have been a Sami Zayn win, and there should have been no chance of a beatdown afterwards that they had to.
When it comes to them, I understand stick to the script or else you get in trouble. I get that you're getting paid to basically do what they're telling you to do. But I'm really on their side. They really have to have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn be the top heels of SmackDown, and the fact that they get completely destroyed by the New Day, I wouldn't be for that either.
Yeah.
So now because the result of that,
I understand why they got sent home, but I also understand their point of view.
Yeah.
So
in my opinion, just send them home. That's it. Let them clear out their heads because they're obviously not very happy right now. Let them clear their heads. They're two top draws right now, especially for SmackDown. If anything, use it to the story. Say that they were sent home. Use it to the storyline wise that they were sent home, and it's once again
they were sent home for insubordination.
That it's Shane McMahon taking away their opportunities to basically make names for themselves in the land of opportunity of SmackDown. Use it for storyline wise.
Because they actually put out something that said Shane McMahon was not impressed with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on SmackDown. So it's like, use that.
Exactly.
He wasn't impressed, so he sent them home. Okay. So, and Kevin, when they do decide to bring them back, which hopefully isn't long, it'll probably be after Survivor Series.
Yeah, I'm convinced that there's more to the story than is immediately clear right now. And I think over the next week or two, we're going to hear more about that incident, or at least something is going to be clarified.
Yeah, but you can use this to add fuel to the fire to the storyline, but it's also the point where it shouldn't have happened in the first place because they shouldn't be losing to the New Day.
And even more so, not just losing, being fed to the New Day.
Yeah.
I understand why they have to take down Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to build up their eventual. That took a while to get out. The eventual match they're going to have at Survivor Series with the Shield, but it's not at the expense of your top two heels.
Yeah. You've already done enough to build that up. You cost them the tag team titles.
You've had great matches with the Usos.
Exactly. You don't
need to do something like that.
Yeah. and when it's at the expense of your two top heels.